Good morning, grade 1S students. I hope you are doing well. Today's session is about light waves. A small reminder about waves. Waves are rhythmic disturbances that carry energy but not matter. So we can classify waves according to the medium of propagation into two: mechanical waves and electromagnetic waves. Mechanical waves require a medium. However, electromagnetic waves do not require a medium and they can propagate in vacuum. Waves can be longitudinal or transverse. However, all electromagnetic waves are transverse. This is a rule. All electromagnetic waves are transverse. I will remind you a little bit about the difference between longitudinal and transverse. So, when the particles of a wave propagate perpendicular to the direction of the wave, this is transverse. However, in case of longitudinal, the particles propagate parallel to the direction of the wave. Let's talk about light waves. Light waves are electromagnetic transverse waves that propagate in vacuum and in some material media. For instance, light waves propagate in space, which is vacuum, air, and water. This is why we consider light waves as electromagnetic waves. They can propagate in vacuum. In vacuum, the speed of propagation of electromagnetic waves is always constant, and its value is 3 times 10 to the power of 8 meters per second. Please memorize this number. Electromagnetic waves can be also called electromagnetic radiations. Please observe the third picture. As you can see that electromagnetic waves, the light waves, are transverse waves. Electromagnetic spectrum. The human eye can only see visible light. Is it right? But light comes in many other colors: radio, infrared, ultraviolet, X-ray, and gamma ray that are invisible to the naked eye. The electromagnetic spectrum is the term used by scientists to describe the entire range of light that exists in the universe. From radio waves to gamma rays, most of the light in the universe is in fact invisible to us. The spectrum consists of all kinds of light classified by ranges of wavelength. So, based on the wavelength, we can classify light in the electromagnetic spectrum. Radio waves, microwaves, visible light, etc. are all different types of light that are set between two specific wavelengths. What are visible light waves or visible radiations? Visible light waves are a type of electromagnetic radiations that human eyes can see. The frequency of visible radiations is between 4 times 10 to the power of 14 and 7.5 times 10 to the power of 14 Hertz. So everything between these two can be seen by the naked eye. Please observe the figure below where we have the frequency. 4 times 10 to the power of 14 Hertz gives the sensation of the red color. However, 7.5 times 10 to the power of 14 Hertz gives the sensation of the violet color. So the visible radiations are limited by red and violet. So our naked eye is sensitive to frequencies between 4 times 10 to the power of 14 Hertz and 7.5 times 10 to the power of 14 Hertz. What are invisible radiations? Invisible light waves are a type of electromagnetic radiations that human eyes cannot see. Invisible radiations include ultraviolet and infrared. Radiations whose frequency is less than that of red are called infrared. So frequencies less than 4 times 10 to the power of 14 are called infrared, while radiations whose frequency is greater than that of violet are called ultraviolet. Greater than 7.5 times 10 to the power of 14 are called ultraviolet. Observe the electromagnetic spectrum. So the visible radiations are limited by two frequencies: 4.5 times 10 to the power of 14 and 7.5 times 10 to the power of 14. Frequencies less than 4 times 10 to the power of 14 are infrared, and frequencies that are larger than 7.5 times 10 to the power of 14 are ultraviolet. So since ultraviolet radiations or UV radiations have higher frequency than visible and infrared, then the wavelength is smaller because frequency and wavelength are inversely proportional. That's it for today. Thank you and see you soon.